and boys. It's been 16 years since I last stood here and addressed a school assembly. And it is a privilege to be back here once again. As I was walking up through the hall, a lot of memories sort of started coming up. And I remembered a lot of very pleasant times we had here in school. And I also realized how fast time has really flown by. I'm also very happy to see some of my old teachers here in the crowd. There aren't many, but there are a few. There's Miss Yvonne, who used to be my Arkela. He was a Cub Scout. There's Mr. Navaratne, who was our science teacher, very strict disciplinarian. Miss Lalvani, who was our English literature teacher, and a couple of others. So I'm so happy to see you here today, because these are the people who made our experience here at Prep extra special. When Father Nihal invited me to speak, I was very happy about this initiative that the school was taking to invite all boys to come and share their experiences. Because I believe our culture and traditions really define us as Prep school boys. So I'm here to share a few stories and tell you a few things that I learned here at Prep school. You know, while in school, I always wondered if I would actually use what I learned in school in real life. And having to come to school at 7:30 every morning, I wondered if 11 years of schooling was actually worthwhile. But here, 16 and a half years later, I can tell you that it truly is. To enrich this experience even further, I asked my batchmates to share one thing they learnt at Prep that has helped them in their adult lives. And so my message to you this morning is not just a reflection of my experience alone, but the collective experience of the Prep batch of 2006. The crux of it is that the school has given us a firm foundation that has held steadfast throughout our lives and have helped us become the people we are today. I will first take you through some of the values that have been beneficial to us, and then go into explaining how these have impacted my life on a personal level. I'd like to start off with 3 letters, CCD. I wonder if you all have heard of this, but these letters have echoed in this very school hall week after week under the leadership of one of our former headmasters, Mr. N.Y. Kasichetti. CCD stands for character, conduct, and discipline. And these 3 words have served as a backbone for many generations of Prepites. As you all may know, Prep has always been known for our discipline. We were taught that your character and your conduct are the biggest assets you will have, driven by your discipline. Now, discipline goes hand in hand with sportsmanship and punctuality. Now, we did laugh whenever we heard CCD, and I think some of my old teachers will tell you that I was constantly late to school, even after I was head prefect. And even in the journey to become head prefect, I think Vivek and maybe some of his classmates can attest, it is not an easy journey. However, these values that I learnt in school took me very far in adult life. Secondly, preparation and planning. Organizing any school event was a huge task, as I am sure it is now. Events were planned months and almost a year in advance, going down to meticulous details. In fact, I still have the seating chart I made for the school assemblies in 2006, which mapped out the route each class would take up to this hall. You know, are they going to use this staircase or that staircase, and which prefect would be in charge of bringing them up. I also fondly recall the senior concert of 2006, where there was a storm brewing here. It was the evening, and the headmaster was seated somewhere there, and he called me over, and he pointed at the storm and said, "Be prepared." And his wife was seated next to him, laughed and said, "What is he going to do? He's not God." But although this is quite amusing, these are values and lessons that I uphold even today, and have helped myself and my batchmates stand out in our respective professions. Personally, being at the intersection of both politics and the corporate world, a lot of my work has always revolved around organizing events and campaigns and interacting with all levels of society in a very social setting. Detailed and timely preparation, contingency planning, punctuality, and how to accept both victory and defeat graciously are things I have had to live out in real life. And I am so very glad that these values and experiences were instilled in me so early on in life. Learning how to interact with society while staying true to your character and knowing your boundaries is in fact a value without which I would have most certainly failed and already fallen into disrepute. Thirdly, although Prep is a Christian school, it has always encouraged and promoted religious values and practices across all religions. This exposure, combined with the amazing teachers and staff who would tell us right from wrong, has given all, if not most of us, a good moral compass, which in adult life is absolutely essential, especially in today's context, in a day and age where society tries to paint everything in grey instead of black or white, wrong or right. Tied into this, Prep has always been a very charitable school, exposing us and pushing us to be involved in charitable activities from a very young age. I still remember visiting children's homes and elders' homes and the Ceylon School for the Deaf and Blind, and helping to raise funds for a variety of charitable causes. Oddly enough, CSR, corporate social responsibility, is one of the core areas that I have been involved in since coming back to Sri Lanka. And I can honestly say that the work that I was exposed to here at Prep really helped me take on these projects in later life with a much more sense of passion and understanding. I would now like to share some sentiments sent in by two of my batchmates. There were many who shared, but I had to pick two. All that I am today is because of Prep School. I am very happy in life because of my early education, morals and values that nurtured my growth as a successful entrepreneur. Rehan J. Rehan is an entrepreneur who has factories both in Sri Lanka and in India and is doing very, very well for himself. Discipline, religious values, and a true gentleman's qualities, these have guided me through the many challenges life has thrown my way. Johan P. Johan is involved in his family business and is into real estate, once again portfolio in Sri Lanka and abroad, and again quite successful in life. In closing, I hope I have given you a glimpse of what a Prepite truly stands for, and how what you may feel like taking for granted now, or boring, or annoying, is slowly but surely transforming you into a gentleman that you can be proud of in the future. Remember that adult life is not easy. The challenges you will face are many. You will face obstacles, disappointments, betrayals, and failures, as much as you will face success, victory, and happiness. This school, the headmaster, the teachers, and staff combined will give you the tools you need to succeed in life, become a well-rounded man, and most importantly, keep you grounded. So don't waste this opportunity to learn, to grow, to have fun, to make mistakes, to get punished, to make lifelong friends. But always remember where it all began. I have now come to the end of my message. I'd like to thank the headmaster and the school for having me here this morning. And I wish you all the very best in whatever path you may take in life. Thank you.